Josh Berry will drive for the Wood Brothers in 2025, and Rodney Childers will not join Berry, as reported by Bob Pockrass. There are two big things to look at with this, because while one big driver free agency has ended, a crew chief free agency has only continued. So let's look at Berry's future. We'll have to find out just how good Berry is next year as a Cup driver in this ride. To me, at least looking back at their last three big drivers, the Wood Brothers are a litmus test. They will tell you whether or not you are cut out for this series or what ring and level you are in when it comes to being a NASCAR Cup Series driver. Let's look at Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney, at the time he was with the Wood Brothers, was a winner, a playoff caliber driver, and somebody who honestly had a big and bright future in this sport. What has Ryan Blaney done since then? He's a multiple-time winner, and he's won a championship. Pretty good tell. With Matt Benedetto, he was close to wins. He was a lower-end playoff caliber driver. I'd say somebody who's going to always be right on that cut line every year. He's never going to be safe going into Daytona. Yeah, he could get a win, but you can always tell he's still the underdog for that reason. He's about a level or two below where Ryan Blaney was in this car. And what happened with him? He was a middle-of-the-pack guy, he had a ton of talent, he had flashes, but he never won, and while he did make the playoffs, he was never a true title contender. He really was just an also-ran in there. And now you have Harrison Burton. Harrison Burton is an inexperienced driver. He's in the lower end of the pack, and it's pretty clear by his results and also his low-light highlight reels, you can't really call them highlights, that he is just in over his head. Whether or not he's just not meant to be in the Cup Series or not is probably more of a debate, but he is not meant to be, at least with the Wood Brothers. This team has took a nosedive with Harrison, and I don't think it's all car or manufacturer. I think a lot of it does have to do with the driver, and you fall behind with an inexperienced guy, and if you don't have that good performance, well, the rest of it can kind of snowball. If Berry is Cup caliber, you're going to know it here. You're going to know here whether or not his expectations of improving year over year are just basically pipe dreams. You're going to learn whether or not it was Rodney Childers who was propping up Josh Berry as a rookie driver, or if him working with Rodney Childers instead was a good way of him advancing quicker than he otherwise would have. Either way, you're going to learn a lot, and Josh Berry, just from this signing alone, is one of the most interesting drivers to look at in 2025. My expectation, at least, is for Berry to be a top 15 to 18 driver in overall points throughout the season. I hope and think that he'll be in the points contention for the playoffs on that playoff cut line. Do I think he'll have the high-end speed that Rodney Childers can provide a race car driver every week? Nope, I don't see that. I know this is practically a fourth Penske car like many say, but at the same time, there's going to be an adjustment period. Not having Rodney Childers to go through that adjustment period is going to mean it's going to probably go longer. But I don't see it having Stewart-Haas Racing low-end absolute garbage pile speed, where you just wonder how the hell the car even got onto the track with how bad it is. It has to be broken. No. It's just a Stewart-Haas racing car. But, like we've been saying, Rodney Childers is the real linchpin to all of this stuff for Stewart-Haas Racing, as well as, I would say, the fork in the road for what Josh Berry can and may do. So there's also this. Childers himself, mostly known for his successes with Kevin Harvick, his 2014 championship, and his dozens of wins over the 2010s, making Kevin Harvick one of the most winning drivers in NASCAR history. He also improved the performance or ran well with guys, for instance, like Brian Vickers, who he won a race with in 2013, or even Scott Riggs, who he damn near won a Coca-Cola 600 with in 2006, and while Evernham was really good that year, let's not pretend that Scott Riggs was a race-winning caliber driver. That was all Rodney Childers. So where does Rodney Childers go next year? What are his options? Because we know that wherever he does go, the team that he is with will benefit. Front row. They're forming a brand new team altogether. They've talked about bringing on a lot of SHR employees, especially those connected with Ford, and they could have Rodney Childers really help them get up to speed. The 34 and the 38 this year have been interesting. They've been very interesting because the 38 has improved a lot, and Todd Gilliland, I think, is slowly, maybe even quickly, becoming the face of front row as Michael McDowell's on his way out. McDowell being the leader for so long, but at this point, it really looks like the youth is starting to take over. And with 2 open spots, front row is going to have a lot of new next year. Plus, they're also one of the more top-end Ford teams, so everything for them is going to be new, and they're going to need somebody with real work experience and winning experience. Rodney Childers could be perfect. He could even pick a driver for whatever team he's with, or at least be in the process of doing so, which may help them, again, get up to speed quicker. Then there's Haas. Haas is staying in NASCAR, and if this team is for real and not just a 1 year and try and sell off the charter for more money kind of team, this could be a perfect spot for Rodney Childers because he wouldn't have to go anywhere. More than likely, Cole Custer would be his driver, and we'd find out just how good Cole Custer is, with at least the best equipment possibly given to him. That is another fun option. 2311. They may have a ride opening up at the third team. The big rumor right now being Riley Herbst, and Riley Herbst is going to need all of the help he can get. A Herbst-Childers connection probably isn't going to win any races still. There's only so much a man can do. But it could make Riley Herbst a decent driver. Somebody who looks Cup caliber and Cup ready going on in. And that's something that I don't think many would really bat an eye too badly at if it happened, or maybe even Corey Heim if that is the case. RCR. There's been a rumored third team for Noah Gragson. Noah has shown this year that the talent is there and he can improve year over year in new situations. But he may also be tasked with resurrecting both RCR as a whole as a team, as that team is, I think, in just about the same spot SHR is in, sans a shutdown part, but maybe even resurrect the career of a rival for a long time, Kyle Busch. That would be very interesting. Having arguably the best crew chief in NASCAR be with a driver who is past his prime but could still probably perform way better than he is right now, yeah, I would pay money to see that. The other one is maybe retirement. He could just take a competition role elsewhere, get away from the 7-day-a-week grind even, but I really don't see that happening. He's just too damn good right now to hang it up. But with that, I'm going to pass it on to you. How do you think Josh Berry will perform in 2025, and where will Rodney Childers go? Let me know your opinions down in the comments below. And while you're at it, leave a like on this video, share this video, and subscribe to this channel for more great and fun NASCAR content. Thank you so much to all my channel members for your continued support. And until next time, have a good one.